Recently, I gave in and decided to get myself an iPad so I can do my trading with an iPad instead of my laptop or my desktop or even my phone, which I'm on a lot. I primarily trade throughout the day using my phone, but the screen is small, so it's hard to choose different options and choose different strike prices and expiration dates. So yeah, I decided to get myself an iPad, an investment or maybe more of a gift to myself. And at around the same time when I got my iPad, well, this is an iPad mini 6 that I'm on. I also got an email from Tastyworks saying that they have just released their iPad version of the app. So I think the timing was just perfect, and I think it was just meant to be. So for my first video for my YouTube channel, which is going to be focused primarily on investing and more so option trading, I decided to just get my feet wet by just going through this app with you guys and maybe do a walkthrough slash review slash my thought on it and how I've been using it for my everyday trading. So yeah, let's get into it. So when you first open the app, this is the screen that you'll see. You'll have your watch list here on the left hand column. So you can, just like the web version or the desktop application, you can, this is, different watch lists. Usually I don't have anything on here that I think is useful except for maybe the small exchange futures where I day trade a lot in the past year. But even then, I don't really have the watch list on like this because I think it just takes up a lot of real estate on the screen. So if you go to this double arrow on the top right hand side corner here of the screen, that would maximize your main position screen, which is primarily what I'm interested in anyway. So there's also this new capital requirement button. If you click on that, it tells you the buying power effect, or for each of your position and what percentage of that affects your overall buying power percentage. Personally, I think this is a useful screen, and I like how they keep it separated so you can click on this button and have quick access to that kind of data. And you can also scroll right to left, I guess, and see other metrics on your open trades. And you can go to this cog wheel here at the top right, go to account, so you'll have all your open account. Down here at the table column, you go to click this arrow next to, let me go back, next to where it said position here, and you'll see all on the left column are all the stuff that's displayed. On the right columns, all the stuff that you're not display, and you can kind of switch them around, depends on what metrics you feel like is important to you or a metric that you want to see. I guess you could add them all, but I feel like that would just be way too much information and you would just have to be constantly scrolling side to side to see all of that. So let's close this out, back to the main screen, and at the bottom here you'll see from left to right are position, trade, activity, Tastytrade, chart, history, and follow with, and then finally you have the account, which you can tap on and it'll bring up and it'll give you certain metrics about your account, like total profit year to date, stuff like that. But yeah, that's where we're at. Just tap on the account again, it goes back. So let's go to the trade tab. Trade tab at the top, you will see the symbol here. Let's just say Bank of America. Tap on that. It'll give you the table, obviously, of different expiration date. And if you type at the top left side here, you'll see the strategy tab. If you click on the down arrow here, you can scroll through different strategies depend on what you're doing. So this is a trade table. If you're familiar with the Tastyworks user interface, you'll often see there's a table view as well as a curve view in the app and the desktop app. But from what I can tell, the iPad version only has the table view, and I believe they said in one of their Tastytrade episodes is that they're working on the curve view version for future release updates. So yeah, let's hope that will be coming soon. I use both. So let's go to the next tab, activity. This is where your history and your activity. Let's see here. Well, it's a Saturday, obviously, so no trade. Let's go to yesterday's Friday. Did I do any trade? Yeah. Yep. So next up, we have the Tastytrade tab, and this is where you will be watching the live feed or any replays of the Tastytrade channel where they have different shows and different programs that's on every day. Well, at least Monday to Friday. And here you can do a split screen where you can watch the feed and have your watch list on at the same time. The only problem I have with this feature right now, as far as this iPad app goes, is that once you are out of the Tastytrade tab, well, let's just say you want to watch and then you want to go take a trade, then it stops playing, right? I know I won't be able to watch it still, but I like to still listen to it at the same time. But anytime you move out of this tab, basically the Tastytrade video is just gonna stop playing. So that's kind of annoying. The one workaround I found is I have this Tastytrade feed pop-up window playing. I'll go back to the Tastywork app, move the pop-up window down a little bit so I can maximize the screen. Now I can move it back up. I find that in this upper right corner is where it's least intrusive, and I can have it on playing while I'm doing my trade and going around or different tabs without losing the feed basically. So I don't know if that's how they meant for the app to work, but hopefully in the future they can update or upgrade this iPad version of the Tastytrade feed where once you hit play, it will just keep on playing even if you are navigating around other section of the app. Otherwise, I think it would be super annoying. But yeah, so let's go to the next tab. Here we have the charting feature. Chart looks very nice. You have your standard candlestick pattern here. And at first I thought that you could only pick the 1 minute or the 5 minute candle, but I realized that it all depends on what kind of time frame you are in. So if you're in the day time frame, then yes, the only candlestick time aggregate you are able to pick from is the 1 and the 5 minutes. But let's say if you go into the 1 month time frame, then you'll be able to pick longer term candle, such as the day, the 1 hour candle, and the 1 day candle, and so forth. And if you go to year to date, then now you can select the weekly or the monthly candle. I guess I understand the reasoning behind that, but I feel like you should be able to pick any size candle you want regardless of the time frame, and then the time frame itself would automatically adjust the time scale based on which time aggregate you pick. So will they change that in the future? Who knows, but that would be nice to have, in my opinion. Another thing to note is there are no technical analysis tool, at least not that I can see. Yeah, so hopefully that's something they will be adding in the near future. And lastly, you have the history tab, which I think is one of my favorite feature of this iPad app. Here I can type in, let's just say Nvidia, something that I've been trading quite a bit this year. Select that and it will show you all the trades that you've done in the time frame that you've selected and the cumulative P&L on that particular ticker symbol. So as you can see here, I've done a lot of Nvidia trades since the beginning of this year, and so far I'm up almost $2,000 on that. So I feel like this history tool is nice. And that brings us to the end as far as all the features go. Like I said, for this first release, I think it's a solid release. There are minor quirks that I'm pretty sure they're working on. I can't imagine them not putting certain features into the app. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do another video down the road once there's a meaningful amount of update that's been released, and then we'll go from there. But other than that, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for checking out my channel. If you have any comments or suggestions as far as any particular topic that you want to see me talk about, then feel free to message me or leave a message down below. Other than that, have a good day and take care. See you in the next video.